Hello everyone. I'm going to be doing a tier list on all the Cuphead bosses on Expert. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but now that my friend
Ebola
has gotten around to kind of trying to beat the game on Expert, or starting, because he beat the whole game and now his internet, these are the bosses that you should look out for. And also you guys that are beating the game on Expert. First of all, this is all my opinion, and I'm not doing like phases. I'm just gonna pick one thing for like the entire boss, except for King Dice, because the mini bosses are all different. So let's get things started. Starting off with the root pack on Expert. Obviously, I'm putting this in free because root pack is literally the easiest boss in the game, even on Expert. Do the same thing with Goopy there. Ribby and Croaks I'm gonna put into not bad, because they are kind of hard, but it's our one boss and once you get used to it. Then we have Hildeberg right here. I'm debating if I should put her in not bad or kind of hard. The final phase is kind of easy. I'm gonna put her into not bad. Not bad. There we go. Mr. Cagney Carnation. I'm gonna put in a not bad. The first phase is like up here, but then other than that, the rest of the boss is like light piece of cake. Baroness Von Bonbon. I'm putting it kinda hard. She's really not that bad, but Jimmy, I'm gonna put into hard. He's close to being in the very hard tier, but he's, especially that fourth phase and the third phase, or in the fifth phase as well, really hard. The rest of it isn't as bad, especially the third and first phase. But Debbie the Clown, I'm gonna put Debbie the Clown in hard. I'm gonna put him in hard, mainly because all the phases are kind of difficult. They have little things that make them difficult. But matter of fact, I'm putting them kind of hard. The first two phases are kind of easy. You can speed run through the third phase. But nothing on this list is comparing. Well, I already have one. But nothing is gonna be super hard. And the main game is Wally Warbles. Wally Warbles is super hard. He's stupid hard. He gives me pain every time I think about it. It's just goodness. Remastered, I said this 100 times. I think that Expert mode is easier than regular mode. But I'm gonna put him in hard. His first phase is stupid. The second and third phase are still kind of hard. Harder than some of Jimmy's phases, but yeah. Rumor Honeybomb, I'm gonna put into not bad. She's not even really that hard. Okay. Counting the final phase, because normally you kind of speed run past it, but she is kind of hard, but she's still really not that bad. Werner Werman, I'm gonna put into hard. I'm gonna put Werner Werman into hard, but I'm paying my respects, putting him into hard. Captain Briny Beard, I'm putting him into very hard. It's really just those first two phases, especially the second phase. Once you get to the third phase, it's not entirely as bad, but man, he just has a lot of help, and especially when you start getting to the second phase, it starts getting pretty hectic. I really want to put him in a hard, but I'm just gonna, because he's kind of, Cala Maria, I'm putting into hard. I'm putting Cala Maria into hard. The first and third phase are pretty damn difficult. No, I'm gonna leave it hard. No. Cala Maria is definitely harder than Captain Briny Beard, so I'm gonna put her into very hard. Super hard. It is. It's the robot. Wow, who would have guessed? Super hard robot. Well, here we go. I don't even know. I don't even need to finish my sentence for a lot of robot goes into super hard for expert mode. Phantom Express, I will put into hard. Now, most of his phases are kind of pretty difficult, like the second phase and the fourth phase, but, you know. I mean, he's definitely harder than these guys down here, so, yeah. Now we're on to the King Dice mini bosses. I'm just gonna rank these as, like, you know, standover bosses, because obviously, like, the Tipsy Trio would be easier than freaking Goopy, but I'm just gonna rank them on how hard they are. Like, yeah. Tipsy Trio I'm gonna put in kinda hard. Chips better again, I'm putting into not bad. I mean, like, he's not that bad, you know. Mr. Woozy is kinda hard, and you know what, I changed my mind. I'm putting Tipsy Trio in hard, because he's the hardest out of these three right here, to be honest. Mr. Wheezy, like, he's not even really hard. He just has a lot of health. Pimpin' Dot is hard. No, well, yeah, Pimpin' Dot is hard. Yeah, because, I mean, like, you know, it could be harder, but yeah, I put them in a hard right there. Hocus Pocus is hard. Really annoying, but hard. I'm gonna put Fear like very, very hard, because, man, he is just annoying, man. Especially with the presence of the ghost. Sometimes it just catches me off guard. Especially when the background gets in my way. I'm like, oh my goodness. Pirouetta is not that bad. Pirouetta is not bad. All you gotta do is literally just dash through her legs, you know? And if you don't have the dash, then you have to do the poker chip thing. But she's kind of... It's better that she's a little bit faster on extra mode, because, like, you know, it's easier to go through her and over her. Mangosteam's a joke, as normal. I'm gonna leave him right there in the free, because he's a joke. Enough said. King Dice himself, I'm gonna put into very hard. He has a lot of health, and it's a little bit faster than regular mode. Yeah, I'm gonna put King Dice in very hard. So altogether, this entire boss I would put into like super hard, but this is them as like mini bosses, and King Dice when he spits out the cards. Then we have the Devil, and I'm putting him into very hard, especially that first and the third phase. Bro, you know how many times I've died to the third phase? It's especially if you would watch my Uncharged Charge stream, especially my most recent one. I died to the third phase a lot, and I hate the Devil. Now on to the DLC bosses. Moonshine Mob, you could definitely tell that. I'm gonna put them in hard, because, you know, they're not entirely that bad, but they're still, like, not easy. Esther Winchester, I'm putting into very hard. If this was regular, she'd be down here. You know how easy the Esther Winchester on regular. But this is expert mode, so she's going up there because she's hard on expert mode. Doggone Dogfight, I'm also putting into very hard. It's tempting me to put it in hard, but the first phase is annoying. The second phase is kinda hard. I mean, it's still kind of free, but and then that final phase, man, catches me off guard so many times, especially when the lasers, like, I double jump and dash, and then I still fall into the lasers. So yeah, Mortimer Freeze is I'm putting him in super hard. I'm putting him in super hard because I hate him. I don't like him at all. Like, he is... Glumstone the Giant, I'm putting in hard. First phase is probably the hardest one. Then the second phase is still hard. And then the final phase is still hard. Okay, I'm putting him into very hard, very hard, very hard. And then finally, Chef Saltbaker. Enough said. In all my YouTube Cuphead challenges I've done, he's caused me the most trouble in my life, especially with like the pea shooter and the lobber challenges. Alright, now let's sort these. Left is gonna be more difficult, and the right is gonna be easy. And there you go. This is the Cuphead Expert Mode tier list, and according to this, Chef Saltbaker is the hardest boss in the game. followed up by Murder Freeze and then the Robot and then Wally Warbles and then Mr. Giants. So, I mean, like some of these are still really hard. Like I could do this, and you know that'd be fine. Or I could probably do something like this, even though that's never happening. But yeah, it's the final tier list. So these are the bosses that you should look out for.
Baller.
And this is the bosses that the rest of you should also look out for. So, yeah. Later, y'all.